Hello friends, let's start with the various transactions regarding expenses and incomes. Various options, current year, last year, next year, how these are to be treated, we are going to discuss with regard to our expenses and income. And first transaction is rent paid, rupees 6,000. So this is the increase in expense and debit all expenses or losses. And if we apply the traditional rule, credit what goes out. And if we apply the modern rule, decrease in asset to be credited. So cash is decreasing, hence entry will be with 6,000. So rent paid in cash. So increase in expense and decrease in asset. Increase in expense is debited, decrease in asset is credited. Now the second entry on July 2nd, rent due but not paid. Rent due but not paid, because ours is a accrual assumption. In the accounting principle that we have discussed, accrual assumption. Accrual assumption says whether rent paid or not, that is your expense, because the rent has arisen. Once the expense has arisen, so that is your expense. So increase in expense to be debited, whether paid or payable, it is your expense. And because this is a payable, hence this is increase in liability. So increase in liability will be credited. So rent outstanding account, rent due account, rent unpaid account. By whatever name you want to open the account, you can open this account. Rent outstanding account, rent due account, rent unpaid account. So this is the 7,000. Increase in expense and increase in liability. Rent due but not paid. Rent due but not paid. Increase in expense, increase in liability. July 6th. Last year's rent paid. Last year we must have passed this very entry, and this amount must have been shown as a liability last year, and those liabilities are carried forward to the succeeding years also. Until unless you pay those amounts, those will stand in the books. So when last year's rent is paid, it will be rent outstanding account debit, because this is a decrease in a liability. It is last year's rent. It is not current year's rent. When current year's rent is paid, it is a rent account. When last year's rent is paid, it is a rent outstanding account debit to cash account. So this is a decrease in asset and decrease in liability. So decrease in asset and decrease in liability. The last year's rent when we have paid, it was a liability. It is not expense. Expense is only of current year, only of 12 months, not more than that. So last year's rent paid. Last year's rent paid in cash. And if we pay next year the rent, this is a rent prepaid account or paid in advance account, either prepaid account or paid in advance account to cash account. So that means rent account will not be debited. Rent account is only for current year's rent. Current year's rent. If we pay the rent for next year, it is rent prepaid account. If we pay the rent for the last year, it is rent outstanding account. If we pay the rent for the current year, it is a rent account. So it is a rent account. So this distinction we wanted to make between current year's rent, last year's rent and next year's rent. So next year's rent paid in cash. Next year's rent paid in cash. Now, July 8th, commission received. Commission received because it is received in cash, hence there is an increase in our asset. Our asset will increase, and because there is an increase in income also, hence our income will also increase by the amount. So this will be 10,000. Increase in asset and increase in income. Debit what comes in and credit all incomes. So this is the commission received in cash. So July 9th, commission due but not received. Here it was commission received. It is not due but not received. The accrual principle says whether received or not. That is your income. That is your income. So income has accrued. So our current asset in the form of commission accrued. Accrued word is used for due but not received. So this is our asset. Asset account is open. Commission accrued account. Increase in asset. Increase in asset is debited and increase in income is credited. And increase in income is credited. So this is 11,000 rupees. 11,000 rupees. So this is commission due but not received. But not received. When commission is received, cash as a asset will increase. When commission is not received, commission accrued as a asset will increase. So this is our current asset. Our asset will increase. Against this asset, we will be receiving the money at some later stage. Then July 12th. July 12th. Last year's commission received. Last year this entry must have passed. This entry must have passed. So this was our asset. That asset is received now. So this will be cash account debit because cash we are receiving, and commission accrued as a asset will decrease because last year this account was opened. This account was opened. So increase in asset and decrease in asset. One asset is increasing, another asset is decreasing, another asset is decreasing. So this is the last year's commission received. Then July 13th, next year's commission received. Again cash is coming, cash is coming. So cash account debit, but it is not the income of the current year. It is commission received in advance. So this is commission received in advance account. commission received in advance account with rupees 30,000. So next year's commission received in cash. So just see the difference. If current year's commission is received, it is cash to commission. If last year's commission is received, it is cash to commission accrued. If next year's commission is received, it is cash to commission received in advance. In all the three cases, cash is coming. Cash is not a problem. If it is of current year, to commission. If it is of last year, it is commission accrued. If it is of next year, it is commission received in advance account. So this was all about the expenses of current year, last year and next year, and incomes of last year, current year and next year. So this is all about this. Thank you very much.